What's up, agents, and welcome back to another division video where, if you've been playing the incursion, you might have yourself this brand new Marguerite steel backpack trophy. And as you can see here, it says awarded for the flawless execution of Marguerite steel with no downs. I never wanted to die really, but you did it with no fussing. Thanks for killing me well, Marguerite Steel. She is an absolute head case, that is for sure. And I'm going to tell you how we did it. There's no real special way of doing this, and if you do spam the incursion quite a lot like I've been doing, eventually you will no doubt just pick these things up. It was a long time before I got all the rewards in the initial incursion because there was flawless and perfect flawless and all kinds of things to do in that one, but naturally after you play it enough, luckily enough, sometimes you just get a group where it all synergizes together. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put our run up on the screen in just a moment with just the end part. I'll explain a few of the mechanics if you don't know how to do it. I'll explain a couple of the builds as well. Let's get straight into it. First up, this is what I was running, and this for me is absolute king of burst DPS. And within a mag, I can take down her helmet and her backpack as long as she's standing in a pretty decent place with my GR9 with Frenzy. I know it says prototype, but we all know prototype doesn't work in there anyway, so it's as good as any other high-end GR9. And then I just use tipping scales with the salvo holster and the Tinkerer mask so that then I can run Ranger. And I run Ranger because Ranger is absolutely fantastic in that arena because it's such a long arena, and I get amplified weapon damage by 2% for every 4 meters away you are from the target, therefore giving me an absolute ton of damage when Frenzy kicks in, because as well my mag size here is absolutely huge, so it's a huge amount of damage. You'll find yourself hitting for 2, 3, 4 million without a blink of an eye. It's just really good. And you want to go crit chance, crit damage absolutely everywhere. Just ignore the skills. I was taking a picture of the fancy backpack trophy. I actually used the decoy and the reviver hive. And then for a tank, you have a whole bunch of options. So when I've tanked before, I've used this rolled with hazard protection everywhere. But a tardigrade is also a very good option, because you will give yourself that burst of extra life as well as your teammates getting that burst of extra life as well. And when you're trying to do this fight flawless like you have to do, tardigrade is a pretty good idea. Then you could use something else here in this slot if you wanted to. Potentially you could use an improvised piece to stack up your protection from elites, or you could use something like the Murakamis with the armor regen. Alright, let's get the run up on the screen. Okay, so I'm not going to go over the entire strat. I've already done that already. But a few things that we did extra here that we didn't really bother about too much with the original strat, because we were obviously focusing not going down, was obviously I had some PFE mods in. So did Leah as well. We were both running high-end builds, so we were both on, I say high-end, but I mean maxed out builds essentially for the most damage. I'm pretty sure Leah was also on tipping scales just for that burst DPS when we needed it. And we basically, yeah, I can see the icons above her head now, but we basically sat down here the entire fight. We really didn't try to push out. We really didn't try and do anything too special at this point. Always paying attention to that sniper that comes out at the top. And it did get a little bit hairy a little bit further on into the fight because the boss refused to come down. So we had to transfer ourselves from this side to the other side. But that actually made our lives a little bit easier because the boss spawned on, not the boss, the sniper spawned on this side. And therefore then we didn't have to worry about them at all. But as per all of my other videos that I've done on this scenario fight so far, the tank literally runs up and down 3 times, dodging and delivering the code. At that point then, you have to break her helmet and her backpack that forces her to go and get her a new helmet and backpack. You do that 4 times, and at that point you are golden. You can then take her down, and that is it. And really, it's just a matter of having some high DPS builds. You could take a couple other things in here as well. Ongoing directive would be really good. You would never run out of ammo if somebody was running an ongoing directive build. So I definitely recommend one of them, along with either a tipping scales or a strikers. But frenzy just comes in goated. I think you can take so many things down, the big tanks and things like that, with the fast RPM and the huge amount of damage. Anyway, with all that said, I'm going to let the rest of the fight play out so you can watch it. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Access granted.
With the weather, I can't risk sending the chopper right now. Agents, you might need to hang tight.
There's another way if you're brave. Get to the reservoir and take a boat. You should be able to get away from the storm and call for extraction.
You heard the man, agents. Let's get you home.
An agent is no longer in your group.